you're across the entire tri-state area and you're tuning in, remember, we do have Sandra Smith. And once again, you can reach out. Once again, ask about the your green card. A lot of questions have been coming in. People are saying that they have green card that has been expired, which I wanted to talk to you about. Because before I got my citizenship, my green card never had an expiration date on it. I'm going to be able to picture about it still. But, you know, what's up with that whole expiration of... a green card can't expire. Your residency can't expire, can it?
Well, I mean...
The physical card itself...
I mean, you know, the new green cards have an expiration date on it. So I guess, you know, then the burden is on the person who has the green card.
But their residency... A lot of people,
you are a permanent resident of
no matter what.
Right.
The physical card itself...
It's just like a driver's license. You're a driver. You have a driver's license that expires. So it's pretty much the same kind of.
No, not the same thing.
In a certain sense, yeah.
No.
Yes.
You want to stick to the green card side. All right, because you're not being on driver's license.
Think about it. Aren't you a driver? With
No.
license,
if you have your driver's license,
green card holder with a green card.
If you have your driver's license and it expired and a policeman stop him can lock you up.
Similarly,
but if your green card expired, you still have residency in the United States.
But there is a legal requirement for you to have a green card that's not expired. There's a legal requirement.
True.
So you're supposed to have a green card that's.
But that not means you lose the residency.
No, but you could get in. You could get in trouble if you don't have. I mean,
but if you have a driver's license, you lose your driver's license.
It happens, but there is a legal requirement. That's one of the reasons why when people ask, "Do I have to renew my green card before I get my citizenship?" Legally, you're supposed to have an unexpired green card. So
you don't have to actually renew your green card.
Right, but to get your citizenship, you don't have to necessarily renew your green card. But I'm just saying there is this loophole. You know, who knows? You don't want to fall into that trap in the event of.
Yeah, man, stay on the lawyer side.
So it's quite similar, David, is what I'm saying. Yeah. And you
know,
agree.
I will keep being a lawyer. Anyway, let's get back to another call. Once again, folks, it is Sandra Smith, the attorney, and yours truly, Squeeze the broadcaster. The number to call is 877-320-5465. 877-320-5465. All right?
Of course.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller, how are you?
Pretty good. And you?
Hey, wonderful. Good afternoon. Let's continue our questions and answers here. Sandra Smith is here, and you called 877-320-5465. What's your question?
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good. I have a question about the children of the immigrants that's here in the country. They had changed the law recently about how the children could get the papers now. Can you explain to me, like, what year does the children the children have to be here to get the papers? Is it like 5 years ago, 6 years ago? Can you explain to me?
I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. All right, so let me just ask the question. Is this yourself? Are you a citizen?
I am a citizen, but it's not for me. It's for a friend of mine because, like, Obama had changed the law.
Oh, are you talking about deferred action for childhood arrivals? That's what you're referring to, perhaps?
Right.
Okay. So this is for children who came to the United States before they turned 16 years old. So they came to the U.S. before they turned 16. They're currently undocumented. That means they have no papers, no legal papers to be here. As of June 15th, 2012, they would have been under 31 years old. Okay, so there are certain requirements. Also, they have to have been living in the United States for at least 5 years. And they would have had to have been present in the United States from June 15th, 2007 until the present time. So there are certain requirements. They have to fulfill certain requirements in order to qualify for this thing called deferred action for childhood arrivals. Okay?
Okay, so at least 5 years. Okay, thanks a lot. They was here for like a year. Okay, thanks.
All right. Take care, sir.
All right.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
All right. By the way, hold on. Where are you from? Oh, man. Wanted to get that.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, folks, Sandra Smith, our attorney right here in the building. She's going to be exiting real soon, but call us now. The number is 877-320-5465. That is 877-320-5465. 877-320-5465 is the radio number to actually call and get your questions answered absolutely free by Sandra Smith of the law offices of Sandra Smith & Associates, located at 40 Wall Street on the 28th floor. And ladies and gentlemen, she's a wonderful, wonderful super attorney, in my opinion, answering many questions out there. We're speaking about green cards today, ladies and gentlemen, and how important it is to have yourself a valid green card. I also want to focus on the removal of conditions on that conditional green card that you get. And it is a major screw up on some people's part with this conditional green card. Some
Major screw up.
major screw up, and we want to pontificate. We want to focus on it. I believe that Sandra has such a thorough understanding of all these conditional green cards. Many of you get this unconditional green card, conditional green card rather, and you think that it's the elixir of life. But let's take another call and then we talk a little bit about that. Once again, the number to call Sandra Smith's office is 877-829-5297. 877-829-5297. Let's take a call at 877-320-5465 here on the Immigration Link. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, yes. I'd like to just ask her a quick question. I'd like to get my sister here. I'm not yet a citizen. I am a resident. I have maybe another year before I go for my citizenship. But she's also 16. Is there anything that I could do legal to get her here in America?
She's already
apart from this visa.
she's already a citizen. 16 years old.
Yeah, she is. She has already turned 16. She'll be 17 next year.
Okay, so that rules out you adopting her, trying to adopt her to get her here.
I got an idea.
Go ahead, David.
I have an idea.
Go ahead, David.
Get her an F1
Yeah.
visa.
A student visa.
Get her an F1 visa. Get her a student visa.
A student.
Yes,
So
I
she's
mean-
still in high school. That's what I was thinking, that I could have her, go to the embassy and maybe she could get that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
since,
that's
she's
another
going to
non-immigrant
go
visa.
to college soon.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
actually a good idea, David. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she would qualify for a non-immigrant visa, like a B1, B2 visitor's visa, or, as David suggested, a student visa. But in the interim, you could also apply for her as once you receive your citizenship, then you can apply for her as the sister of a U.S. citizen. That's
Right.
also the other option. But
Right.
but now you
Okay,
can
and
do
then there's
yes.
a waiting period for that one, right?
There's
Right.
a waiting period. Right now, it's about 12 years.
And as a matter of fact, and here's what I'm saying also with Sandra. It doesn't. This is one of those situations where I say it doesn't. Don't try to climb over the fence when you can walk through the gate. Because if at 16 years old and you are here and you show that you want to take care of your sister, and if you find a school for her here, which is very easy, and you apply for her in the school, more than likely, it always happens because I know of many cases where she will be accepted to the school. And then once she shows that acceptance at the embassy, she will more than likely get herself that
Exactly.
visa. And then you can file for her the other way around and then everything
And then she'll
pans
be in
out.
status
And then
because she
she'll
would
be
have
in
had
status.
a visa here, a
Right.
valid visa,
And
while
then she-
waiting for the visa number to become available.
So
Yeah.
that's the easy way.
Oh, okay.
That's the easy way. Just go
Okay.
for a student visa. She'll get it. Trust me. She's 16. She'll
All
get
right.
it. All right?
All right. Okay, then. Thank
Okay.
you.
And by the way,
Have a good one. I'm
Yes,
gonna
yes.
get that.
And hold on before you
up
go.
to Sandra,
Yeah,
she
before
said.
you go. Make sure say Sandra angle is because she don't know the ropes with this. All right? Plus you're liar, Jamaica and all of that.
Definitely.
All right?
And of
right.
course, big up to San. Yes, I agree with that
Link
one.
up, Tessan. All
Oh,
right.
yes.
All right,
Okay,
manners.
then. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right,
Bye-bye.
no problem. You see the power of the immigration link.
Yes,
When
yes.
you go, I am a man.
Oh, if hired.
Seriously.
On the spot, hired.
Big and serious. More and done with this radio thing. You know, long me I try.
But David,
Every time I take a
we
step
had
back.
a conversation last week. Hush, hush. So,
Yeah.
Moving
Well, you know,
forward.
say Fata and Shelly, I can't do a radio program without 2 people or 3 people calling and say, you don't live like the fact you give those young people a chance squeeze.
That you are. They like the fact.
Last night, I pure of that. Can't get for them a show. Them not stop linking them up.
That's good.
And every time I have to tone it down. 'Cause every time them hear them name big up, everybody else them want to talk to me. People want them salary doubled and all of them this double and that. Hey, take another call here, man. Once again, folks, you're in tune to Link Up Radio 93.5. We jump it off at noon each and every single weekday with the Immigration Link. In the mornings, of course, weekdays, we've got Fatah Diamond and Shelly and doing a wonderful job between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Check it out. It's hilarious and it's informational. Let's continue with this informational segment with Sandra Smith, our immigration attorney. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to get an answer to a question I have here, and that is a friend of mine had a son who is a U.S. citizen. He turns 21 next year.
Mm-hmm.
How soon can she apply or he file for her?
Okay, as soon as he turns 21 or she turns 21, so the day after, then she
Okay,
can put the
it
application.
can be done in anticipation, like say a year before?
No,
or just
no,
within
no, no,
the
no,
papers?
no. It has to be 21 years old and older.
All right.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Okay, sir. Take care.
All right, no problem. Once again, folks, this is the Immigration Link. Do remember that you should call the law offices of Sandra Smith, in my opinion, to actually have her handle all of your immigrational issues and our concerns. Reach out to her at 877-829-5297. That is 877-829-5297. 877-829-5297. Let's take another call. Me and you need to take a vacation.
Right.
This
A working one.
proper
'cause
grammar.
we're
You and I
always-
need to take
we're
a
always
vacation.
working. A working vacation?
Yeah, we can take a working
That
vacation.
works. That sounds like
The
something.
Link Up Media offices in Jamaica is bigger than the New York offices.
There you
We've
go.
got tons of spaces for you. We got lots of space here, but Jamaica office
Right,
better.
working vacations.
Fat have a studio in a basement, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Hello, caller. How are you? 26
Hello?
minutes. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, man. And say happy Tessa and Chin Day.
Yes, I've been listening today. Man, you chose the right song, man. This girl can sing, man.
Done the place, we say. All right. So what's your...
On the place. Yes, you're going to eat your food, but I know you wasn't going to eat your food, man.
Oh, yeah. You knew I was going to... Yeah, because... No, he said I was going to... I came on the radio yesterday multiple times. I said I would eat my phone, eat my television if Tessa not win.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I did not eat my phone or my television. Anyway, my brother. Hey, we got to say congratulations to Tessa. Go ahead with your question for Sandra Smith, the super attorney.
Yes, Sandra Smith, I have a question here. I'm in the U.S. from 1986. I have this green card that doesn't expire.
Right.
So I want to know if that's a problem because, you know, I have some criminal records that I've been arrested for drugs 2 times.
Okay.
So I want to know if the problem to you or what's the problem?
So there are really two questions you're asking in not so many words, just to put it across to Sandra Smith. One, you have a green card like I used to have back in the days that does not have an expiration date. That's one. And two, you have had some infractions and some run-ins with the law. So the first question is, does he have to renew his green card? Two, I have another question that comes back to you. What were the convictions for in reference to those infractions with the law?
Good question. Right. So why were you arrested and what were you convicted for, sir?
Drugs, but how much?
It was like some drug sale.
How much?
Drug sale. Was no portion of drug sale.
Was it one instance or was it several instances when you were arrested and convicted for drugs?
No, it was like 2 instances.
Two
I went
instances.
to a program.
Uh-huh.
I didn't go to. I went to a program and everything like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, wait though.
All right, yes. All right, so let me just answer
Need a
there up to
disposition.
2 questions. Right. First of all, as David just mentioned, we will need a disposition to see what happened, the disposition to see what happened in those cases, number one. Of course, with regards to a person who has an unexpired green card, there is a requirement for you to get a new green card that has an expiration date. But before you actually move forward in doing that, I would suggest you come down to my office with those dispositions. Let me look at it to see what, if anything, could potentially happen to you. Would you be deemed inadmissible, for example, based on what you were convicted for? So come on down to the office, get those dispositions, and let's see how we
Do you
can
know
help
how
you
to get the
moving forward.
dispositions? Do you know how to get them?
Yes, I have them. I have them.
Oh, you have them. All right. So here, wait though. You don't even have to come down. You can just make a phone call and do it over the phone.
Fax them over
just
to the
fax that.
office.
I use a smartphone and take a picture, my way that, and just email that. All right. Just take a picture of it and go so boom and email that. All right. What kind of phone you have, by the way?
I can get a smartphone. My son has a smartphone, so I can use it.
All right. Come in, why I have one Sandra kind of phone. You need, all right.
Yeah.
I just send her that. She just review that with you over the phone, and she tell you right there on the spot. You don't have to take a trek down on the train and get stuck on it like some people. All right. You can just do everything over the phone because she accept debit, credit card, all of them things. The same thing like BioLife. All right.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna do that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
sir.
boss. Nobody tarry with the thing, Cause I know laws
please,
come and
please,
go, Nobody
please.
tarry with the thing, Take care of the thing and sort it out, cause I have a firm belief that it can be sorted out. All right. This way you can move.
Yes, man, I do it, man. Cause squeeze, I know you're thinking anybody you endorse, man. So I'm gonna move forward with this, Sandra.
Yeah, man. That may I try to tell, my good Tessan lover over here,
Yes, yes.
But manners and respect and thanks for the support and the love, my brother. You and your family have a wonderful one on behalf of the whole crew, honestly, yeah?
Same to you, sweet.
All right, manners.
Okay, take
Once
care.
again, folks, the immigration link. Let's take one more call, but I must remind you, Sandra Smith's office, the attorney's office, is 877-829-5297, 877-829-5297. Turn your radio off for me, pretty please. Hello.
Attorney's office. 877-829-5297.
Going once. Hello.
879-5297.
Going twice. Hello. Hello.
Going once.
I take the one off here. This concludes the immigration link. You are going. But you see, if you have any farm out there and you don't have faith, you're not going.
That is true, David.
If you look
I
upon
strongly
Tessan,
believe in that,
you never
yeah.
say no doubt. No doubt. And I said nothing but faith.
She even dressed the part when she came on. I said, okay, that's the winning outfit. You know, that's the winner there. What she was wearing.
What,
She
between
dressed
me
the
and
part.
you still, I them dress her.
Well, but she dressed up. I mean, she
And-
looked
and-
like she was a winner.
And let me put it this way, ladies and gentlemen. The Voice could not afford for her to lose. The Voice needed her. I'm going into business mode right now.
Listening.
I'm going into the business mode right now. With all the Voice renditions that they have not had one where they had an individual that was so professional, that had it all. And Tessan Shin had it all.
I agree.
You understand?
I agree, yeah.
She was already a star. Okay, she already had the professionalism. Anything you threw at her, she could handle it and handle it quickly.
And
She had
gracefully.
depth.
Yep.
She was graceful. She was humble. She was very articulate. She was very bright. She was very witty and naturally talented.
Yeah.
So how could the Voice not do everything within their power?
Well, I mean, wasn't it the votes?
Yeah, no. But call, ladies and gentlemen. The number is 877-829-5297, 877-829-5297, 877-829-5297. That's 877-829-5297 for Sandra Smith's office. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Sandra.
Thank you, David.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
All right, no problem.
All right,
I have
take
court
care.
tomorrow.
You have court tomorrow. All right.
I have court
I'll
tomorrow.
see you tomorrow.
All right,
I'm
you're
here.
lying. I have court tomorrow.
All
All right.
right.